Hi guys, it's Ray Newland here from Just for Keepers. I hope you're fitting well. This quick video is going to be titled The Truth About Goalkeeping Gloves. Now, if you're a parent looking for goalkeeping gloves for your child, whether you're just getting started as a goalkeeper, or whether you're a veteran and you're 40, 50, 60, 70 years of age and you're still playing in goal, this quick video tip will help you 100% save money on your goalkeeping glove. So first of all, and also as well, by the way, this tip I'm going to give you, it's actually not, I'm not trying to draw you to buy gloves from J4K, even though I recommend you to do so. Whatever brand that you like, this will help you obviously save money, whichever brand, goalkeeping glove brand you like, because there's a lot of other fantastic other goalkeeping gloves out there on the market, and I do understand, not everyone is going to like J4K. Hey, that's life. So first thing, as I say, the first myth that I want to get into your head, guys, is when a glove company will say that they've got full exclusivity to a certain material. I'd like to beg to differ on that, to be honest with you. Maybe 5-10 years ago, okay, certain companies could get a material that nobody else could get hold of, but in this day and age now, seriously, you can get hold of any material that you want, okay? So just be a bit wary, when a goalkeeping glove price has been hiked really high, because they say, hey, we're the only ones that have got this material, because, as I say, from my experiences, if you know where to go, you can get any material that you want. Now, I'd like to say, it's not like it was a few years ago when it was difficult to get your hands on materials. Now, it's just so easy to get your hands on basically absolutely anything. So also as well, excuse me, depending on where you are in terms of buying your goalkeeping gloves, there's sort of like 3 categories I sort of see, and this is with myself as well when I played. But you sort of get the category 1 sort of goalkeeper or parent of a goalkeeper, where they just they just want the goalkeeping gloves as cheap as possible. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? Yeah, you might have some goalkeepers or parents of goalkeepers that literally, they've got a very limited budget, so they've got no option to look for the cheapest gloves. And I get that as a parent myself. And you might just get other goalkeepers who say, hey, look, I'm playing goalkeeping for fun. I only play every now and again. It's not worth paying stupid money for goalkeeping gloves, which I agree with, by the way. So obviously they'll just want to come in and get like the cheapest gloves possible, if that makes sense. So that's sort of like the level 1 type of goalkeeper or parent of a goalkeeper. Then you got like the level 2, okay, so the goalkeepers that might be getting a bit serious now with obviously their goalkeeping, or a parent that might have a bit of a budget. Obviously they don't want to buy the cheap gloves, they want to obviously, but they still can't afford to buy the most expensive gloves, okay, so they sort of sit in the middle, if that makes sense. Yeah, they want the best gloves possible, but they can't go for the top prices. And then you've got obviously the goalkeepers or the parents of the goalkeepers, no matter what, they want the top of the range gloves. Now, whether or not the top of the range gloves that they're buying are a top of the range glove, which I'll explain in a moment, okay, because you'll be surprised in my answer, okay, a lot of goalkeepers and sometimes mums and dads, they actually think by buying the most expensive glove, they're getting the best goalkeeping glove on the market, and that's actually not necessarily the case, as I'm going to explain in a moment, okay? So there's, again, from my experiences, that's the 3 levels. Level 1, obviously, keepers and parents want the gloves sort of, quite cheap. Obviously, you've got the mid-level, okay, as I say, what I explained before, people that don't want the cheap gloves but can't afford the most expensive. And then, obviously, you've got the goalkeepers or the parents of the goalkeepers. If someone brought out a $10,000 glove or a £10,000 glove, they'll go and buy it, if that makes sense. If anyone does, whatever you do, don't pay that much, okay? So I'm going to give you some tips here to help now, okay? So if you're at a level 1, okay, whatever you do, again, I'm going to say this in British pounds, obviously, because that's where I'm from. So again, whichever country you're in, if you can just do your calculations, okay, sorry, my battery's just gone there. If you can just do your calculations, your currency conversions, that will help, okay? So if you want to come level 1, I really recommend that you stick between, say, £20 and maybe £28, okay? Try not to go below £20. And again, I know that you might not have the budget, okay? But a lot of people might try and buy like the £15 gloves, okay? But they'll fall apart on you. So for the sake of maybe paying just like an extra £4 or £5, you'll actually get a much better glove that will actually last you longer, okay? So you might be paying a bit more money, but the gloves will actually last you longer. So instead of having to buy 3 or 4 pairs a season, you might only get away with buying 1 or 2 pairs a season, if that makes sense, okay? So in Group 1, I would try and, as I say, buy the gloves between 20 and let's say £30, okay, 20 and £30. Also as well, so if you're in that level 2, bracket, I would try and buy, I'd be looking for gloves between 30 and 40 pounds, okay? And if you find a good glove company, which I'll explain how to do that in a moment, if you find a good company, any gloves that a decent goalkeeping glove company sell between 30 or 40 pounds, you're going to get a good glove, okay? And I'll explain how you can find good goalkeeper glove companies in a momentos. Should be mint, okay, yeah. So again, so if you're at the middle level, I'd be going for about 30 to 40 pounds for your goalkeeping gloves. Now, if you want like the top level goalkeeping gloves, this might surprise you here. Just go between 40 and 50 pounds, okay? You don't have to spend more than 50 pounds. In fact, I'm telling you, don't spend more than 50 pounds because you're wasting your money for the most part, okay? I did another video on this. If you can, try and find the other video that I did, excuse me, that I actually did on this. But what happens is, if you've got a glove company that sells a pair of goalkeeping gloves for £50, they might have paid their supplier sort of this much for the goalkeeping gloves. But if they sell another pair of gloves for £100, okay, they're not putting another £50 specification in their goalkeeping glove, if that makes sense, okay? They might only be paying £1 or $1 more to their supplier for the goalkeeping gloves, if that makes sense. So not only, so if they're selling a pair of goalkeeping gloves for £50, or obviously you do your currency conversion, they sell a pair of gloves for £50, they'll pay X amount to their supplier for that £50 goalkeeping glove. For the most part, if a goalkeeping glove company sells a glove for £100, so double the price of a £50 glove, okay, they're not putting another £50 specifications into the glove. That's what I'm trying to explain. They might only put like a £1 or £2 or $2 specification into that glove. So, you know, you're basically wasting your money, in my opinion. So if you get a goalkeeping glove for like £50, and if you go to the right company, anywhere between £40 and £50, and you go to the right goalkeeping glove company, honestly, for the most part, you're getting a goalkeeping glove just as good as an 80, 90, 100, £120 or $120 goalkeeping glove, period. Honestly, seriously. But the key is to go to the right goalkeeping glove company. So again, if you're going for the top of the range glove, seriously, pay between 40 and £50. You do not have to pay more than £50 for your goalkeeping gloves, seriously. And how you find a good goalkeeping glove company, what you need to do is go to a goalkeeping glove company that only sells goalkeeping gloves, okay? If they're selling other bits and bobs, don't bother going near them, okay? You only need to go to a glove company that is just selling goalkeeping orientated products, sorry, okay? So if they're selling all other bits and bobs, again, as I say, they're not really putting that much focus into the goalkeeping gloves. But if you go to a goalkeeping glove company that focus purely on goalkeeping products, you know, you won't go far wrong. Again, there's a couple of other companies that I think are very good. There's a guy called Kenny Arthur that I know, he does KA gloves. They're quite good. There's another guy called, I forgot Glenn's second name now, he does a glove called Pro GK. They're quite a decent glove. And you've got a glove company, I don't know the owners of it, it's a glove company called One Glove as well. Their glove good, these guys are good. These guys are good as well, so you don't have to necessarily go to J4K, even though I recommend you come to J4K. What I'm saying to you, there is other good glove companies out there as well. Okay, so hopefully that helps. Okay, so again, if you've got a budget and you're like in level 1, level 2, level 3, level 1, stick between 20 and 30 pounds. Level 2, like the mid level, between 30 and 40 pound. And level 3, if you want the top of the range club, seriously, just go between 40 and 50 pounds. Or whatever the currency conversion is in your country. You do not need to spend any more money than that, seriously, as long as you go to a correct goalkeeping glove company. Also as well, another telltale sign, if there's a glove company that might only have 1 or 2 goalkeeping gloves in their range, stay away from them just for the time being, okay? Because normally they're a new company getting going, and normally what you find what happens is if a new company comes on the market, and especially if they've only got a small range, with the greatest respect to them, they've not got much of a big budget, so they wouldn't have put a lot of money into their goalkeeping gloves. So in the early days with those companies, me personally, I would stay away from them, okay, yeah. Now obviously if they grow, okay, yeah, and they get more in the range, you know, they get more goalkeeping gloves in their range, and they get like, you know, 4, 5, 6, 7 different designs in their goalkeeping range, obviously means that they're having some success, they're doing something right, and then go and try those glove companies, okay? But sometimes I think, I'm not saying all glove companies do this, but from experience and from a lot of the goalkeeping people that I know who start their own goalkeeping glove, they start on an absolute shoestring budget, which means that a lot of the quality does not go into the goalkeeping gloves because they've actually not got the money to produce and make and develop a high specification goalkeeping glove, if that makes sense. But as I said, I'm not saying don't go to them in the future. Just wait until they've got a few more goalkeeping gloves in their range. Obviously that you get a lot of positive, reviews from other people, and then go to those glove companies as well. So again, I'd just be a bit wary of the glove companies that might only have 1 or 2 gloves in their range. But as I said, I'm not saying don't go to them in the future as they grow and they put more specification and quality into their goalkeeping gloves. Again, I'm not a big lover of going to the so-called big brands, as you know. So me, if you're a goalkeeper, no matter where you are, I'd go for the goalkeeping glove companies. A similar size to J4K that might have 10, 12, 14 goalkeeping gloves in their range, and their gloves are anywhere priced between 20 and 50 pounds. Again, do your currency conversion, because any companies that are selling gloves between 20 and 50 pounds, they're trying to be fair with you as an end consumer. They're not trying to take the mickey by charging stupid prices. They're trying to be fair. So again, give those glove companies a try, even if it's not just for keepers, honestly, because I do understand, as I say, just for keepers is not for everybody. But there is a good few of the good goalkeeping glove companies that you could go to. I've mentioned a few here in this video here today. Go and try those guys out, okay? And as I said, I'm sure you won't be disappointed. But remember, just stick to those budgets, okay? 20 to 30 pounds, 30 to 40 pounds, 40 to 50 pounds, and you'll be okay. But honestly, seriously, you don't have to be spending stupid money. You don't have to be spending more than 50 pounds on your goalkeeper gloves. Honestly, there's that many decent goalkeeping glove companies out there now that will sell you a top of the range goalkeeping glove for between 40 and 50 pounds. And if you went to another range, you'd be paying, 80, 90, 100, 120 pounds for the more or less exactly the same glove, okay? So don't waste your money, okay, as I say. So there's no secrets to, to the truth about goalkeeping gloves. The truth about goalkeeping gloves is they're all more or less the same. As long as you go to companies that are at a certain level and they're all selling a certain specification gloves at a very, very, very fair price, between 20 and 50 pounds, honestly, you won't go far wrong, okay, and you'll save a lot of money, okay. And again, I know a lot of my videos have helped mums and dads and goalkeepers save money, so if this tip helps you, please leave a comment below how my tips have helped you. Any tips that you've got as well that can help, obviously, people that are watching this video, obviously please put your tips below as well. Again, if you want to mention other goalkeeper glove brands, I have no problem with that whatsoever. As I say, because to me it's not about trying to push the J4K gloves, even though I recommend the J4K gloves, but to me it's about making sure that goalkeepers, and especially parents of goalkeepers, get the right help and advice, okay? So please leave your comments below, and I hope this tip helped. Have a great day or great night wherever you are.